So I see we've got a lot of yummy things here in front of us. Are you going to show me how the vacuum sealer also works for desserts?
Yeah, there's a lot of things the pastry chef can use the vacuum sealer with as well. We're going to make an infused simple syrup.
Okay.
That later on we will marinate our berries with for some dessert garnish. So here we have coriander, we have clove, we have a cinnamon stick, and some of our used vanilla bean.
Oh, nice. And again, you just put them straight in, no
So
chopping.
That's going in, and then we have our simple syrup that we will dump in the bag as well. And here we have some lemon peel and some orange peel that we're gonna throw in there and vacuum seal up all together.
Look how small that is. You could store hundreds.
Yeah, so after it's all said and done, here we go. This is our syrup. And like I said, the longer this stays in the cooler, the more infused those flavors are going to come out.
How soon after do you start seeing some of the flavor profiles in the...
You could probably use this about an hour afterwards, and you're going to have you can already see the peels have already gotten a little more translucent, which means the syrup has been pushed into them. So if something's going in, their juice is coming out. So you're going to get some of those flavors already, but we usually like to wait at least an hour.
And then once you get to infusing the berries, have you strained all of this out?
Yeah, all this will be then strained out, and just the actual syrup will be used.
All right, so this is infused an hour to as long as you want, and then what's the next step with the berries?
So then we would strain this syrup out, and we would toss it with the berries a little bit, let those sit for 15-20 minutes, and then that would be a garnish maybe with some fresh herbs for a crème brûlée or some ice cream.
All right, so you brought out the big guy here.
Yeah, it's definitely a much larger machine. Can get a lot more volume going on, larger cuts of meat, larger pieces of fish.
Thanksgiving dinner.
The whole turkeys, whatever you can fit in there, it's gonna go.
So I imagine this size is kind of a necessity for cooking like at university level or healthcare providers or chain restaurants, that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever, if it's a place that's doing high volume, you're definitely going to need a machine this size.
All right, so what do we have going on here?
So we're going to make a crème brûlée, custard base. So we have some egg yolks. We have some vanilla sugar that we've infused.
So you've already infused with the vanilla bean?
With our vanilla bean scraps. We vacuum seal together with sugar to make a vanilla sugar that we store in our pantry. Just going to cream this together real quick. Some heavy cream that we heated slightly.
So how does the vacuum sealer make this easier?
What we're going to do with the vacuum sealer is try to eliminate some of the air that gets whipped into the custard. Traditionally, if you're making ice cream custard bases or custard bases, you usually would leave them in your walk-in overnight to try to remove the air, get all the air bubbles out, to help the custard cook more evenly and your ice cream mounts better.
That's usually an overnight process?
It's usually overnight. So with the vacuum machine, we can remove a large amount of these air bubbles, cut down on our time tremendously.
A few seconds versus hours.
All right. All right, so we have this together.
It looks very bubbly, lots of air.
So we're gonna drop this in this shallow pan here. And as you can see, it's pretty frothy right now. Try to get all those bubbles out.
All right.
As you can see, a fair amount's done. You can repeat this process a couple times until you're satisfied with the amount of air that's left.
Oh yeah, that made a big difference.
So as you can see, most of the air is removed now.
That took a minute, right?
Strain it off, yeah, absolutely. Instead of 12 hours, strain this out.
What's the purpose of the straining?
Straining, you always want to strain custards just in case any of your eggs have cooked. The sugar hasn't been dissolved, but as you can see, it's nice, smooth custard now. It's also a technique you can use on sauces that you've melted. And if you're melting anything in a blender and incorporating air, sometimes that changes the color of your sauce due to the air that's emulsified, whipped into your stock base or whatever your base might be. So we're just going to drop these down in here.
So how long do they go in the bath for?
So we do our custards at 176 for about half hour, depending on the size of your jar or whatnot.
So this is the first time I've seen you use jars. So
Right.
what would you use the jars for versus using the usual bagging method?
You can also cook your custard in the bag. You can vacuum seal it, cook it, and then you can pour it into, maybe a vessel like this or a vessel that doesn't have a lid on it.
But that essentially just saves you a step, putting it right away into the jar.
Right.
Nice.
So this is a classic crème brûlée that we've actually cooked in this jar in a water bath.
All right, let's try it.
Just gonna put a little sugar on top here.
Go. Tell me about these berries.
Yeah, so we're gonna garnish this with the berries that we've kind of macerated with our infused syrup.
Yeah.
We did with